In this video, we're going to talk about the absolutely beautiful anemone. We're going to go on a little journey, you and me, starting with its dramatic roots in Greek myths, all the way to the practical tips for growing it in your own garden. We'll even dig into what it all means and uncover some surprising secrets. So let's dive right in. First things first, let's get properly introduced to this gorgeous flower. You know, the basics, what it is, what it's called, and where you can find it. So believe it or not, the anemone is actually part of the buttercup family. A bit of a surprise, right? Its common name, windflower, is just so poetic. It comes straight from the Greek word for wind, anemos, so it's literally the daughter of the wind. And you can find these beauties going all over the place, from Europe to North America, and even Japan. And don't let their delicate looks fool you. These flowers can get tall. I mean, while the little spring bloomers are often on the shorter side, the ones that pop up in the fall can shoot up to 122 centimeters. Wow, that's a flower that's going to make a statement in your garden. And what's really cool is that anemones give you two separate shows. You've got your spring bloomers who show up to the party from February to May. Then, just when you think it's over, the fall bloomers take the stage from August all the way through October. Okay, let's step out of the garden for a minute and into the world of myths and legends. Because this flower isn't just a pretty face, you know, it is packed with some incredible stories and deep symbolic meaning. The most famous story, hands down, comes right out of Greek mythology. The legend goes that the anemone was born from tragedy. When the handsome hunter Adonis was killed, his lover, the goddess Aphrodite, was heartbroken. It's said that her tears mixed with his blood, and from that spot, the first anemone grew. It's forever tied to love, loss, and how fragile life can be. And get this, that symbolism actually changes depending on the flower's color. Following that myth, red and pink anemones often symbolize a lost love or even death. White ones, on the other hand, are all about sincerity and purity. And purple? Well, people used to believe it could protect you from evil. All right, from ancient tales to your own backyard, let's get our hands dirty, shall we? This next part is all about how you can actually grow these amazing flowers for yourself. Planting anemones is way easier than you might think. You start with these little things called corms. They kind of look like wrinkly, dried up bulbs. First step is to wake them up. Just soak them in some lukewarm water for a few hours. Then, take a spot that gets a good amount of sun, clamp them about 5 to 8 centimeters deep, and give them about 10 to 15 centimeters of space from each other. Simple. Now, if you want to keep them happy, here's the number one rule. Anemones hate having wet feet. So, well-draining soil is absolutely crucial to stop them from running. You want to keep the soil moist and maybe add a little layer of mulch in the spring to keep those roots nice and cool. Oh, and if you live somewhere really hot, they'll thank you for a little bit of afternoon shade. And hey, if you want to bring these beauties inside, here's a pro tip. Snip them when the little leafy collar is just a centimeter or two below the flower. But here's the truly wild part. The stems can actually keep growing, up to 8 centimeters after you put them in a vase. How crazy is that? A bouquet can last you for up to 2 weeks. Okay, for our last section, we're going to pull back the curtain and share some secrets. A few fascinating and, let's be honest, essential things that every anemone fan should know. So, let's just address the big one right off the bat. You're looking at this gorgeous flower, it's so pretty. You might be thinking, hey, can I pop that on the salad? Can you eat it? The answer to that is a huge, definite no. All parts of the anemone plant are toxic if you eat them. It can cause some nasty irritation, so please keep them away from curious pets and kids. These are strictly for looking at, not for tasting. Of course, like any plant, anemones have a few enemies. You know, the usual suspects: slugs, snails, aphids, and you might see things like powdery mildew or crown rot. But here's the good news. The best defense is just taking good care of them. Make sure they have that great drainage and good air circulation, and you'll prevent most of these problems before they even start. Let's finish up with 5 quick and fun facts. Ready? 1. Their petals actually close up at night and then open back up in the morning. 2. We already know this one, but it's too good not to repeat. Daughter of the wind. 3. Old English folktales said that fairies used the closed-up flowers as little sweeping bags. How cute is that? 4. They were painted by the greats, like Monet and Matisse. And 5. They were even used in folk medicine for things like cramps and emotional distress. So there you have it. From a tragic Greek myth to a star player in your garden, the anemone has quite a story to tell, which really just leaves one question. Now that you know all of its secrets, what story will you tell with your anemones? Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.